corruption and lies. This system is built upon a fraudulent scheme. I'm talking about Wall Street. I'm talking about the whole financial industry all around the world. They take advantage of us. They use us to multiply by manyfold what we are able to do with our hard work. And I predicted this right here. Germany preparing third financial rescue for Greece. They are now bailing out Greece for the third time. This is something that I had predicted in my book. I'll get to that in a second. I'll show you word for word. What does it mean? This means that, yet again, Greece is going to get multi-billion dollars. And for what? Because this scheme that they didn't even get themselves into is just multiplying. See, you keep feeding this monster, and this will have to continue over and over again. The problem isn't Greece. The problem is the fact that the bankers took their money and spent it all on some sort of gambling scheme. They used CDSs, CDOs, and all these kind of other things that are paper gambling garbage, essentially, and they put the countries in debt. They did this in Germany, and they've done it in many other countries, and they will do this all around the world. Now, some countries are going to need bailouts, and really this is so that the IMF can come in and dictate policy there. Other countries will use the bail-in strategy, like Cyprus, and there will be many other strategies used around the world. One way or another, their environment will collapse. See, when people think of a collapse, they're thinking, okay, wheelbarrows full of cash, there's going to be nuclear bombs going off and all this sort of thing. That's not how this works. So you have many different types. Cyprus had the bail-in strategy. Greece is getting the bail-out strategy where the IMF comes in. There are hyperinflationary scenarios. There are deflationary scenarios. There's so many different things. This is, not the topic here for today. Let me go on quickly. Finance minister says Greece can avoid third bailout. This is what they had predicted previously. And I had already, before this article was even here, I had written that they will need a second bailout. And not only that, there will be more. I predicted that, and I'll show you this right now. A second round of bailouts for Greece is needed. Despite the billions given during the first round, it just wasn't enough. And then I said right there, it will continue. And then I mentioned the IMF down there because the IMF programs loot the countries, only making matters worse, giving them the authority to continue this. That's what I said. Why? Because it's so obvious. They're not there to help. If they wanted to help, why would they give money to the banks who created the problem in the first place? This system is fraudulent. It's set up specifically so that the bankers, the big conglomerates, they have the advantage over us. That's exactly what I have predicted. Now, people are thinking, okay, all right, so what do I do? What am I supposed to do right now? Well, I'll tell you something. You do not keep your money in this system. Look at Northern Rock. This is just one modern day example. People were actually doing a bank run modern day. See, they're reading their information and they're thinking, whoa, 1930s, there's bank runs and, all around the world and, other countries. But no, this happens modern day times, and if in this day, actually this is going to be a lot different because this is all digital and they could simply evaporate your currency instantly. This is what I worry about. This is what I tell people when I consult them. Why do you have your money other than, of course, you need some for daily transactions? I totally understand. Why do you have your savings inside the banks that we know specifically time and time again have stolen this money from us around the world? The bail-ins, the bailouts, inflation for sure is going to take your money. With the threat of hyperinflation, with the fact that they're limiting withdrawals, with the fact that they're limiting everything that you do, they're charging you $5 to use your ATM and so on and so forth. How can you leave your money in the system? That's what I desire, to help as many people understand this, and not only just to understand, because that's the first step. You need to understand that. But the step number 2 is, where do I put my money? What do I do with my hard-earned savings? And where do I put my money? I need it to be there in a few years from now. I have children, I have a family, I have a house to pay for, all this sort of thing. That's what I do. That's what I try to help people with. I help people on a daily basis on this, and I'm really trying to drive this home on YouTube for people. It's obviously much better on a one-on-one scenario, but at least for the people on YouTube, tell your friends and family, tell other people on YouTube, try and make videos for yourself, start a blog, do anything. Please take your money out of the system, accept what you need for the daily transactions, and invest in something real and secure. Please, guys, go over to themoneygps.com and become an insider. All you do is drop in your email address there, and I'm working on some emails to send out to people where I can actually take what I've done in the Money GPS, the book, and sort of extend onto that. I'm doing unlisted videos on there, and the emails are very infrequent. It's not some sort of spam in your inbox. Take care, and please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up.